We are here in Washington, D.C., Chinatown, and it's about 2 or 3 blocks in that direction. I used to live in this building right here, and this is one of the hundreds of what are called bow tie parks. It's triangular, so you can see it's a little bit wider over there. Hello, Andy, or Andrew, whatever. And up here we're coming to a point, and whenever you see a triangular park like this, you always look across the intersection and you'll see another one pointed in the opposite direction. That's why they're called bow tie parks. It was, I think, Lyndon Baines Johnson, the president, his wife, Lady Bird, took it on herself to beautify the parks. These tiny little parks, look at this little park right here. This little park, they're actually run by the National Park Service. Now, I've never actually seen anybody in the garb, that classic Smokey the Bear garb, but these parks are numbered. So they're actually part of the National Park System. So you think of, let's say, Yellowstone Park, Grand Canyon, and Smoky Mountain National Park. Well, these little parks are part of that same system. Anyway, I'm going into takeout. Right here we have one of the Chinese churches. It looks a little bit like churches that I've seen in Hong Kong, kind of a mixture of New England and Chinese. And I'm going to go this way. I used to live in this building right here. In fact, I still have bicycles, folding bicycles, downstairs in the parking garage locked up. One of these days I need to come and nab them. So let's see, right over here, this is a mission. They're renovating it right now, but we used to have one of these big bay windows pointing right out on this mission, and that was a lot of fun to, especially at 3 a.m. in the morning, because this was only for men, and at 3 in the morning there would be a woman down here screaming at her boyfriend to come out. I think it's like a couple bucks to stay there. Anyway, we are heading into Chinatown, and this right here, this building, which is being renovated, you can see that they're doing stuff. This was the Blind Veteran National Blind Veterans Association. And but they finally I guess sold it. There's a great Irish pub over there, Irish Channel. When we used to be in that building up on the corner, particularly during like National Police Week and St. Patrick's Day. This would be full of revelers. And okay, well, it is Chinatown, so you can start to see some of the classic. This was actually my favorite restaurant here, Full Key. They've got really good barbecue pork on white rice. That's what I always get. And there are pop-up barbershops here, nail salons, people wait in line to get their $20 bus ride to New York from Chinatown to Chinatown. This is one of the few groceries left, Chinese groceries. Used to be a bunch more. In fact, when I moved here, I looked up the history of Chinatown. It used to be about 10 times as big. The Verizon Center, which was the MCI Center a few years ago, sits where a lot of Chinatown used to be. Now notice that, so here's a restaurant, the Corner Bakery Cafe. It's not a Chinese establishment, but yet look at the characters. And in fact, we can go down here and there's a wine bar called Flight. And you'll see that there are Chinese characters. So it's actually part of the zoning in an attempt to kind of keep the character of the neighborhood. Yeah, I got time to cross. Lots of renovation going on here. Another one of my favorite restaurants is a little green place. In fact, we'll go over to take a look at the guy doing the dough in the window. So here you go. People just line up here to watch the dough. He's just looking out. He's working too hard. Yeah. Yeah, he's like, if you, we're good. Yeah, okay, I'll take that. Thank you very much. They're handing out the menus here. Yeah, it's awesome. It really is. Same guy has been doing this every day for the last 10 years. A little bit like the guys that stand outside Buckingham Palace, and you can like wave at them and yell at them and make obscene gestures, and they never flinch, never acknowledge you. It's kind of like that guy. Alrighty, let's see here. This is a kind of an interesting building. I mean, it looks really ugly and bland from this angle, but it's called Wah Luck House. In fact, you can't see it, but it's spelled. This is like the only building that doesn't have Chinese characters on it, and it's actually a Chinese old folks home. So I think it kind of grandfathered in. When let's see, our apartment was up there, and we could look over here and see folks come out and smoke on the balconies. Anyway, we are now a block away from the famous Friendship Arch, which I think is like the largest friendship arch on the East Coast. I'm not sure how it stacks up to San Francisco. One of our favorite places to come for sushi here. And souvenir shops. My wife likes the waving, I looked them up in Wikipedia, and what they're doing is so you burn incense, and then the cats wave their paws to sort of fluff the incense around and to shoo the spirits out of the building. This is actually the local Chinese cultural center. You can come here and learn Chinese, which we almost did one time. A lot of work. I've tried to do it about 3 times. I think I lasted 8 weeks one time. Ni hao. Shisha. Okay, this is kind of a cool building. I wish I was on the other side. By the way, over there used to be a wonderful, large Chinese grocery store. It's gone. So sad. But look at some of the detail on this building. I'm panning here from left to right. Look at the green and the red and the curlicues on the eaves. This is my wife's favorite Chinese restaurant. And it is the old Chinese Chamber of Commerce building. Bubble tea, advertised there. So now we are headed. Oh, by the way, here's the Friendship Arch. It'll look much cooler from the other side because it's covered with gold paint and it reflects very nicely. So we are coming to the corner of 7th. And this is like Times Square of Washington, D.C. In fact, if you come down here at night on Friday night, it's like the windows are so bright. It just reminds you. And up here, you've got, the Videotrons. Hey, there's a patch out. Oh, thank you. Anyway, here's the arch. Of course, we were at the Metro. That's what the big M stands for. And so Very cool. So what's near here? We've got the Verizon Center, National Portrait Gallery, which is really cool. I've been in there a half a dozen times. It's free, it's air conditioned. Nice place to stop. Spy Museum, which supposedly has a really great restaurant. Okay, selfie time. All right, so now you can see the vendors and the tourists. And I've been to Zingo a couple of times. Hey, how you doing there? I didn't catch who that was or what you said because it faded too fast. But I'm reminded I need to stop into Radio Shack, except I just ordered a bunch of thumb drives. It's amazing how cheap they're getting. Well, anyway, I'm down here. Look, Starbucks. Back in 2010, we got 3 feet of snow in about 36 hours, and that Starbucks was open, and the McDonald's down here was open. That was it. I've got a video on my blog. In fact, I did a bunch of videos and photos, and whenever I look at the search statistics for what people search on for my blog, I'll often see people will search for Snowpocalypse 2010 DC, and they'll land on my blog. Those videos aren't on YouTube. I need to upload them to YouTube. I'm hosting them. So, anyway, this is the entrance down to go into the metro. Okay. I think I told my wife that I was getting takeout Thai. There's a Thai restaurant down here, and then there's one a block over. Hey, thank you for the hearts. Is that because you like Thai? Anyway. It's definitely kind of you got to be able to chew gum and periscope at the same time.
Street Sense newspaper.
So I don't know the details here, but these buildings right here, oh yes, right there it says Douglas Development. They've been responsible for developing this entire vicinity down here. This idea of having signs in both English and Chinese. This is Clyde's. Clyde's is a chain. I think there's 7 or 12, and they have these incredible paintings inside, which I've tweeted. I've done tours of their paintings with Google Glass and uploaded that to YouTube. So if you search on Clyde's paintings. So here we go. Here's a nice big jumbotron, videotron, and you can see on the top there. You can see the dragon and the dragon tail. It was really cool. Before they actually put up the sign, you could actually look across the street and see the entire. I think from the back we can see. Yeah. So there we can see the. That's the giant dragon that used to be visible until they added these big videotrons. Okay, let's see what. That's the end of his tail right there. That's about probably the only time I'll ever touch a dragon. Pretty scary if you watch Game of Thrones. Okay, Legal Seafood. Got a great happy hour there. In fact, that's where it is right there. And that is the National Portrait Gallery over there. And I might go up on that step over there. Yeah, it's a great place. Here's the McDonald's that was open during Snowpocalypse 2010. It was really great. It was full of emergency people work for the city, homeless, people in ski parkas who were venturing out. So, okay, we are looking down the road here. And the White House is about 7 blocks in that direction. Now, I've already passed one of the Thai places, so I'm not sure. I may end up just walking around over to the other side. And we have some steps over here that are kind of fun to sit on. I may go over and sit there for a little bit. Zebra crossing. Let's not get run over. Okay, like I said, we just walked this little stretch right here on 7th is just probably the largest concentration of restaurants and bars, except perhaps competed with by over on DuPont, going up Connecticut. And we are going to cross over, and I'm going to go sit down right over there and just watch the people go by. As I've walked around the neighborhood about half a dozen times, and we're finding that as long as you are talking, people think you're just kind of like walkie-talkieing to someone else. Ah, cool. Hear that music? Live music. Perfect for a periscope. Anyway, so here are the steps. At lunch, this entire curb right here is taken up by food trucks. And then this is just packed with people having their lobster sandwiches and so forth. Anyway, we're going to go over and check out the band. Here's the monument to the guy that invented photography, Daguerre. Hey, New Zealand! All right, yeah, the stoop up in Baltimore in the German sections they call it stoop. Isn't that right, Andy? Andy's from Baltimore, if he's still on. Okay, it's about to get lively here, folks. The really good ones are the brass bands. Oh my God, they have I've seen like 6 tubas all playing in unison. So this is the Verizon Center. That's Rosa Mexicano, one of my favorite Mexican restaurants here in DC. And I suppose since I'm streaming them, I should throw $1. See if I can have. I'm going to be walking over there. I got a handful of quarters here. Actually, I'm walking away from the Thai restaurants. I intended to go order takeout. I'm just sort of going with the flow. This has I don't know what the business is here, but they have got some neat sculptures and murals. I'll show you the mural down here at the end. Yeah, I don't know if you can see the mural right there in the back. Love to step in. It says E pluribus unum over a bunch of folks. And this is the Crime and Punishment Museum. So they have a honest-to-God electric chair. And various souvenirs, some a bit grotesque. Anyway. Crime and Punishment. Let's take a look here. Okay, we got a little miniature electric chair. They should have a daily mouse execution just to really rev up business. Irons. The so-called gardener shackle, invented in 1866. The shackle was used by Denver Sheriff Department. Okay, well, we're starting to recede here in terms of noise. Chop House. And let's see here. Okay, I think I'm going to walk around this corner and then back up, and then I can make it over to the Thai restaurant. Cupcakes. Iron Horse Tap Room, which I've never actually been to, but they have a cool motorcycle. See the motorcycle? Right up there. Wonderful tapas bar over there. And around the corner we go. There's live theater here. I forget what it's called. Beer tasting from 5 to 8. Beer tasting. Good grasshopper tacos. One more block down. Yeah, did I see you say grasshopper tacos? Huh. Luke's Lobster. It's really good. Let's see. Grand opening. Correct. Grasshopper. Oh, I've never had grasshoppers. I've had scorpion. I've had fried fricasseed scorpion.
How you doing?
Hello.
How are you?
Just cooling off, thank you.
So you can try some good salad?
I saw this out there. Sure.
Got the 312 Summer Ale, not Summer Ale, but the 312 Wheat Ale, Summer Ale and IPA.
Okay.
Try all of them if you like.
I'll try the first one right now. Thank you very much. Central. It used to be over there. I remember I used to shop there, and then I moved, so.
Oh, okay. This is the Urban Wheat Ale. It's 4.3%. It's great flavor, but it's very light. It's
very good.
President Obama's favorite beer.
President Obama's favorite beer.
Yep.
Which one was that again?
The 312 Urban Wheat.
That was good. Well, let me try a different one.
Okay. So I have the Summer Ale and the IPA. Want to do both of them?
Okay.
Hello. This is the Summer Ale. It's a session ale.
Thank you very much.
Would you guys like to try some? So I have the 312 Urban Wheat, the Summer Ale,
Wow.
and the IPA.
That's good.
You want to try the IPA as well?
I will, but I'm going to come back to do it. So thanks a lot. Wow. Obama's favorite beer. I just had some of Obama's favorite beer. Very cool. So supposedly there are grasshopper tacos around here, according to my only repeat viewer. Yeah. See if you're still there. Oh, you're gone. Oh well. Hey, all three of you who are on the web, get a client on Android or iOS. I'm Wareflow, Wareflo, on Twitter and on Periscope. And basically I just walk around Washington, D.C. to show off kind of the street action, drink free beer, show you important institutions like the AARP. Is it the Association of American Retired People, or is it the American Association of Retired People? I'm not sure. I don't remember if I'm a member or not. They keep sending me cards. But if you've actually stuck with me, oh my gosh, the cacophony. Did you hear? Do you notice the noise level difference? Like 3 or 4 decibels less. Here's one of the double-decker trolleys. Actually, this is only not a double-decker. It's a single-decker, but it's tall. Big business here in Washington, D.C. Hop on, hop off, tour all day. And let's see, we got the National National Academy of Sciences right here. But I'm going up this way because there is a Thai restaurant up here that I am going to order Thai from and take it home. By the way, it's like 90, but like no humidity whatsoever, so it feels like a nice day in Las Vegas. I tell you, this scooter over here, yeah, I'm getting all kinds of wonderful. I got a tweet or a message about noodles. Guy needs to work on his muffler. So, fire engine station. And when it's nice in the spring and the fall, I leave my windows open and I just hear sirens every 5 minutes. More so when we lived closer down here. We're about to pass Fuel, great pizza and wings, but doesn't hold anything. There's this pizza place in Baltimore that serves incredible crab pizza. Anyway, Washington's Best Tour, Washington Magazine, and Green Turtle up here. If you're from the metro area, you're probably familiar with them. Great place for sliders and beer. Never heard of a slider before I came to DC. That is the National Building Museum. It was a Civil War armory, and that entire middle space is open. And guess what they have in the National Building Museum? Buildings. It's so big that they can do that. Let's not get run over. Okay, we are crossing over. Wonderful detail. I'm going to have to do a periscope around that building and inside one of these days. So, and into the shadows. And we are one block from Absolute Thai, where I will order probably massaman curry, something with probably seafood fried rice. I'll have a glass of Chardonnay while I'm waiting. And I see we are down to one viewer. Thank you for hanging in there. If you were to leave and it were go to zero, then I would just shut down. But because I've got one viewer there and I'm oh my gosh, two viewers. Because I have two viewers, even though I was about to shut down, I'm going to continue. I'm here in Washington, D.C. I'm in here in Chinatown. I just gave a big tour. If you ever want to go back and watch it from the beginning, it was very lively. We saw live music. We saw big videotrons. We saw dragons. You heard the history of Chinatown. This is the Verizon Center right here. And this is one of the two Thai restaurants here. Maybe three. I think there's one over there. And I'm about to go in. And I've not yet got the guts just to walk into businesses while running Periscope. So I'm probably going to shut down here in a moment. But I thank you, the individual there who came back. And, I'm Wareflow on Twitter, WAREFLO, and I'm Wareflow on Periscope. So get on Periscope and follow me. And I'll follow you back because I follow way more people than follow me. Bye-bye.